Fifth Dimension Pro Wrestling fans, I am longtime independent wrestling fan Robert. Full Boogie was the debut event for 5DPW and was aired on YouTube, but I take it was recorded some time ago. The opening matchup, actually what they showed, the commentators were Psychedelic Sasquatch and Mike. All apologies for not getting his last name. They showed footage of the slime balls being attacked by the Audacity, and they said that Tommy Ranch would not be able to compete in the six-man tag later in the show. But the opening contest, we begin with Nobody's Better Michael Mistretta taking on the vegan Leo Sparrow. Mistretta, of course, one of the top guys in NYWC. Sparrow has been making quite a buzz in creative pro wrestling as one half of the Birds of the Sun. Not sure if these two went out for the first time ever, but early in the match, Sparrow used the monkey flip on Mistretta. I don't know about you guys, but that's a move I don't really see too often in today's day and age of wrestling, is the monkey flip. Eventually, Mistretta goes out to the floor, Sparrow goes after him, and Mistretta ends up, let's just say Mistretta posted Sparrow like a status on the ring post. Sparrow eventually back in the ring, Mistretta took over, Sparrow came back with a super kick, and then proceeded to throw kale at him. Eventually Mistretta tried for a clothesline, Sparrow ducked, but Mistretta hits the Northern Lariat, which is the clothesline from behind, for those who don't know what a Northern Lariat is. Sparrow eventually retaliated with a running knee off the ropes, then climbed the top rope, hits a frog splash, and Leo Sparrow pinned Nobody's Better Michael Mistretta to open the show. Next up, we have Amity LeVay goes one-on-one with Jay Red, who was accompanied to the ring by Onyx. Amity LeVay, the current NYWC Starlet Champion. Jay Red, also a part of NYWC. Onyx, I don't know if he came out of NYWC or somewhere else, but boy, I gotta say, Onyx, he's ripped to shreds. Early in the bout, Jay Red body slams LeVay. LeVay eventually hits an arm drag, a hip toss, and a body slam of her own. She eventually monkey flips Jay Red out of the corner. So two matches in a row, we saw a monkey flip. Jay Red eventually took over. Jay Red took over after an Onyx distraction. Jay Red hits the double leg drop. Later in the match, LeVay took over. She tried for a standing moonsault, but Jay Red rolled out of the way. Jay Red attempted the double leg drop again, but he missed. LeVay hit the ropes, hit a rolling neck breaker, which I remember April Hunter, she called it the head hunter when she used it. And then Jay Red eventually starts taking the turnbuckle pad off the corner. Onyx, I believe, I don't know if Onyx came up to the apron, but the referee was distracted. Actually, no, Onyx came in, power slammed LeVay, and Jay Red pinned her to pick up the victory. Next up, we see Joe Ocasio, or is it Ocasio, taking on Mr. Main Event, Salvatore Savelli. Of course, Savelli, well known to NYWC audiences. Ocasio has competed in numerous indies, such as NYWC, Ace Pro Wrestling, Full Faith Wrestling. Forgot where else he has competed in the past. Savelli attacks Ocasio before the bell even rang, so as the late Roland soon said, it was a Pearl Harbor job. Ocasio retaliated. He hits Savelli with numerous chops in the corner. Savelli eventually worked on Ocasio's leg, puts him in the figure four leg lock. Ocasio hit a running power slam out of the British Bulldog, but they believe I think Savelli kicked out of that. Ocasio charged the corner, but he missed, and Savelli pinned him with a schoolboy to get the victory over Joe Ocasio. Right after the Mastretta Sparrow match, they showed bits and pieces of a match between the Specialist Giorgio Lawrence and Cooper Valentine. They didn't show the whole thing, but Cooper Valentine had picked up the win over Giorgio Lawrence. Okay? Okay, next up was tag team action, as we saw Absolute Greatness, Brother Greatness and Absolute Alvin Alvarez do battle with post-game Miami Mike Walker and Vinny Talata, accompanied by Hellfire Maguire. Say that 3 times fast, folks. I believe, actually, there was some action before the bell even rang. Post-game, were backdropped out of the ring to the floor. Brother Greatness had a dive out to the floor. Eventually, they come back in the ring and have some semblance of a tag match as the bell finally rang. Absolute Greatness had an early advantage. Post-game, punished Brother Greatness for a time, including Walker hitting a top rope blockbuster, which Buff Bagwell was known for. Eventually, Alvin gets a hot tag. He hits Walker with a Yakuza kick. Eventually hits a Samoan drop, followed by a senton splash. Eventually, Brother Greatness gives a Hurricanrana to Vinny Talata. Hellfire Maguire came to the top rope, but he jumped, but Alvin caught him. And I don't know if there was an edit or not, but eventually Walker, he pins Alvin while Vinny held his leg down for the 3 count. After the match, 3 Groovy Grizzlies come out, and they're dancing with Postgame and Maguire, but then the lights in the building go out. The lights come back on, and we see the man I knew as Yusufer L, who competes for WrestlePro in New Jersey, and he attacked all 3 Grizzlies, and Postgame and Maguire, I guess they already left the ring by that point. And Yusufa L did a number on all 3 Grizzlies and then left the ring. Then it was time for the main event, which was originally going to be a 6-man tag pitting the Slime Balls, Tommy Rant and Sage Chance, teaming up with the Man Bun Jesus to do battle with Mike Mondo and the Audacity, Seth and Micah Cortez. But as they said, the Audacity attacked the Slime Balls and Rant was unable to compete. So the match came. It wound up being the Audacity and Mondo against Man Bun Jesus, Sage Chance, and Young Glory, Brando Lee. The Man Bun, Sage, and Brando had early control at the beginning. Brando eventually was taking punishment from Mondo and the Audacity. Sage gets tagged in, then he's taking punishment from Mondo and the Audacity. Man Bun gets a hot tag, and he's doing a number on all 3 of them. He hits the Audacity with a double slice break number 2. And then eventually hits a rolling dead body driver on one of the Cortez brothers and pinned him to win the 6-man tag team match. Now, I don't know if this was just a one-time deal, because I don't know if this was because being that the show had already been taped, and the funny thing is, as they were showing the replay of the 6-man tag, you could hear ring announcer Justin Gentile plugging an upcoming NYWC show that was coming up. And, you know, if you listen closely, you hear Justin Gentile mention, if you like what you see, be sure to come back Saturday, August 19th for Hotter Than Hell. So obviously this must have been taped over the summer. And, brother. I mean, the commentators, again, was Psychedelic Sasquatch and Mike. All apologies for not remembering his last name. At the end, they said, you know, we'll see you next time. So, again, 5DPW, I don't know if this was a one-time deal. I mean, if you do another show, that'd be great. I'm sure it'll be great. But, I don't know. We'll see how things go. And, you know, this was pretty good, even though, you know, I was watching it live on YouTube. mean, it'd be nice if you could. I don't know if it's going to wind. If this will end up a full-fledged wrestling promotion again. I don't know if this show was just a one-time thing or if there'll be another one. I mean, if there'll be another one, that'll be good. I'll say that. 5DPW.